What's up, guys? So we are back, and Crickett is back, our sick boy. So we have our nice little sketchy seat time beater E36 here, and we are gonna do even more sketchy stuff to it today. We are gonna strip everything out of this car. We're gonna weigh it, gut everything you can see, sunroof, seats, interior. I wish I could rip all the wiring out, but that's not really an option. Everything pretty much that you see we're going to take off this thing, then weigh it afterwards to see just how much weight you can actually get out of this car and see how much of a difference it actually makes when we do it.
And she's going on a diet.
Alright, so I'm going to say 2,950 pounds.
950.
I'm going to be over. That's the over-under. I'm over. I'm not guessing a number, but I'm over 2,950.
You think it's over 2,950? All right.
I don't know what the dry weight of these things are. He wins 2839, 2840, still settling.
It's going to settle.
It's called 2,850, so it's 100 pounds over. That's actually, for a fully dressed sedan,
You're getting closer, buddy.
for a fully dressed sedan,
That's what I mean.
that ain't bad at all. So you can see the weight, distribution, the bounce. We are 2862, 2860, whatever. It's creeping a little bit. Don't matter. Decent weight distribution. What do we got? Almost 50-50?
I'm trying to get it up over 2850.
Now it's soiled.
No, don't go back down.
Get accurate description.
You said it now.
In the process of doing things, Donnie pulls out the lower trim here. And show the people, Donnie. The only thing that was holding it in was the defroster cables, which is crazy. Because we were whipping this thing with the windows open. I'm surprised that back window stayed in. But you know what? You'd love to see it. Alright, so we decided that instead of going crazy with the whole gutting and weighing thing, we're going to weigh it in different stages. So first stage is what I consider a reasonable gutting, which is like removing passenger seat, back seat, all the random trunks and plastics and headliner and all that stuff. Then next one we're going to remove all the glass, back windows, sunroof and all that stuff as well. We'll weigh again. And then the next one we're going to start cutting stuff up. It's going to get really sketchy.
Like we're
First stage,
2,700 pounds.
that is passenger seat, back seat, still has seat belts in it. All the plastics removed, bumpers off, the hood is off.
That's pretty much it.
Everything else is pretty light, but yeah, all right. We're pretty much exactly 200 pounds.
Now we keep going.
Now we keep going.
Now the more heavy thing.
This wasn't even planned. This just came out. Well, Donnie might have tapped the glass with the saw.
You see?
Good thing we didn't need that. That is the cheaper way and easier way of removing your glass. You can just break it.
I will get the vacuum.
You know, my girl got me one of those things to break windows. We were like trapped in a car. I got one in my car.
I got one.
Wonder if it works. Oh yeah. Donnie's here for emergency situations. We got factory door bars. We're keeping those guys in there. And we have a 2x4 that apparently lives inside this door.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was factory installed. I guess we'll figure out when we pull the other side apart.
Yeah. There's a 2x4 here though.
That's wild.
It's in there. He glued that bitch.
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and say that wasn't factory BMW option.
No.
Or maybe that's where the smell of the BMWs comes from, you know? They all smell like crayons.
Yeah, I didn't think 2x4 smelled like crayons, but. Crickett, I'm telling you, I'm trying to break the window. Safety first.
Load out! So the plan was that the trunk was still going to work, and apparently something that was cut is not allowing the trunk to open. So, you know, we're going to make an access hole since we're going to cut this thing out anyways.
Yeah. We have removed the spare tire.
And we got the trunk working again.
And the trunk bell works.
Yeah, anybody who doesn't know, there's a
flip
little
this.
tab right there, and that's got to be in line with the other one for it to work the way it's
If
supposed
not,
to.
it's over there and then it does nothing.
Lessons learned.
Lesson was learned.
Alright, so we're back, setting scales up again. This is everything that's came out of the car, all the metal, glass, and all that stuff. Still have a windshield, obviously. We can't put Lexan windows in there. Obviously, right now we don't have our seat in there, or the seat rail. And there's still a sunroof in there. Actually, let's get that sunroof out,
Get
too.
that sunroof out right now.
Because that's a big variable. It's kind of an extreme level of cutting stuff, but at the same time, we did not pull the dashboard. So we still have all the components under there, heater core, evaporator core, blower motor, all kinds of stuff. Even the dash bar, like all that stuff we could technically remove, but for now, we're going to see what it weighs. I think we'll get under 2,500.
We'll get under 25.
And then at that point, Donnie said we can just start looking for random stuff that we can cut off and take off, right?
Yep.
Yeah, love that.
Just see where we can save weight.
All right, so we are back zeroed out. Now, doors cut and gutted, sunroof removed, seats out, trunk cut, bottom of the trunk cut, kind of skinned everything out. So, what is the number, Donnie?
Dang, we're almost 2,300.
24 and some change. I said we wanted to get under 2,400, so we're going to find some more stuff to take out. Again, this being kind of an extreme version of weight savings, but here, go up with it real quick. We're going to use one of these scales just to prove a point. So I'm just going to take this scale here. We're going to start with the most basic thing that you can remove from your car, which is this giant sunroof assembly. So just the sunroof assembly on here. Where are we at?
We're at 34, 35, like 33 pounds.
33 to 34 pounds. Okay. Sunroof delete. From Fitment Lab.
3.
3 pounds. So you can literally take 30 pounds out of your E36 just with this little sunroof delete. Because odds are if this is in your E36, this shit don't work anyways.
Yeah.
So that's always a solid start. So we're getting 2,400, Donnie. 15 pounds. We're going to figure that out.
We're going to find that 20 pounds somewhere.
Chelsea DeNofa will be very proud of both of you.
We are doing all the weight savings.
So I guess you could take out the lights and stuff too, right? Do you need brake lights?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. Brake lights.
What about that, Matt? What about that box right there, Donnie? What's that
I
thing?
don't know. That's for I ain't touching.
It looks like speaker
It looks
stuff.
like it does rear stuff.
Looks like speaker stuff. Chris will know. There's like 2 pounds right here, Chris.
What this box for?
That box?
It's like a rear amp for a speaker.
Yeah, that's an internal amplifier thing. So
Oh,
yeah,
that's
that's
kinda
definitely going
Yeah,
to
that's-
you got no speaker.
That's going on.
Ask us to build a race car. No problem. Ask us to put a seat bracket on a seat and sliders and not for us.
All right, so we are sunroof deleted, seat mounted,
With sliders.
with sliders. So yeah, short people and tall people can all house it.
Chris figured out a way to rig the seatbelt. We're not going to show you because it's not technically
'Cause I
safe.
don't agree with it, but you know what?
Yeah, go ahead and just rip that out, Donnie. It's good.
I
Donnie?
don't need this.
Quarter ounces we're going for now.
We're not at.
We're not looking for pounds anymore.
Donnie,
We're looking for
stop it.
ounces.
So factory door bars. Appreciate that for, safety purposes. I do think we need to put something around this stuff here, because this is sharp, and then you can definitely catch some elbows while you're driving here.
Ooh, yeah,
You don't
maybe
need-
grind it down. That's just a rough cut from Donnie anyway, so.
Yeah. So yeah, interior door handles are not happening, so you just got to reach out like an adult and, let yourself out.
Yeah.
I'm definitely want to put our soundbar speaker in here, though.
Oh.
That's a whole vibe.
Oh, yeah. Hey-oh.
That's all we needed, baby. Sounds better with all that weight out of it.
Yeah, it sounds
Better
lighter.
than before.
All right.
Donnie found more weight.
Oh, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of whatever Donnie's doing right now. So all of the door sill, which really at this point is useless. There's no back seats. We're not worried about anybody running into it.
We kept the door bar.
Door bar
Safety
is there.
first. Safety first.
So this is going to get a little push pin right here just to hold the door shut.
All right, Donnie's going to finish cutting all of the doors except for the driver one
No,
because
I
we want to
think
be able to have a
we're
handle that works on that one, not a push button.
gonna leave the passenger.
The passenger one too, in case they want to put a seat in here at some point.
Yeah, just leave that one like that so it can be used if wanted to be.
Yeah, we don't know what we want to do with these cars. We just want to make them light right now. And you could still, if you wanted to, cut out
could
that
cut that.
section. You could cut
Like
out the
carpet
center
is all
seat
the
section,
We're
but
talking about cutting this whole thing out and then just putting a bar that's going to go from strut tower to strut tower. But in the future,
We'll leave it stock.
We can always cut more, but we can't put it back in.
very true. You guys aren't allowed to cheat.
No, that's fully settled though, because before I think the number.
24.17.
Damn it, we're 17 pounds away.
I thought we were at 24.14, but I don't think the scales are fully settled.
Yeah.
So we still have to get 20 pounds out this thing.
Still? So what was it before?
I don't know. I thought it was 24.14.
But it didn't fully settle.
So technically we're 24.20. Now it's fully settled.
24.20. I like that. We should just leave it right there. Yeah, put a driver in there. Donnie's about the same as D, maybe 20 pounds lighter.
Donny weighs 125 pounds.
That checks out. Donnie, you need like 8 cheeseburgers. Pronto, stat. No more light beer for you.
I just needed to see what the weight was.
All right, so one last touch we did. We got ourselves some hold fast buttons from our boy Micah Diaz, and they work real good. And you know, Donnie, we did the D-Spec El Chapo job. He did a lot more than he needed to, and got us down to, what was the final number? 4310?
No, 20.
Oh, 20.
2410?
2410, yeah.
So
24,
under
10.
2,600 pounds with any driver in it. So
You shed like 15% of the overall body weight of this car.
500 pounds.
500 pounds of the car, basically.
Damn near 20% then.
The doors still,
They hold fast.
they're
Do
great.
what they're supposed to. There it is. 500 pounds.
I think the suspension went up like a half inch too, you know,
For sure.
I believe it.
just from all that weight coming out of it. Now we gotta realize,
It definitely raised up.
Oh, well, you gotta remember, you could lose like another half ounce if you get these to the same height as the shorter ones, the wheel studs.
Just gotta always check after you cut a bunch of stuff. That it'll still do the thing.
We're good. We went a little bit more overboard on this. We cut out the speaker deck, did a block off plate, sealed all that. Donnie ripped apart the dashboard and we obliterated the blower motor for the AC and then made a block off plate because we didn't have any in stock, so we made one real quick in like 5 minutes. And now I think we're all buttoned up. Donnie's just putting the dash back in and she is, we probably got another, what, 60 pounds out of it? Yeah, 60, 70 pounds. So we are in the money, as they say. You add the Duarte back into it and we're still sitting really light. Yeah, even he got in on it. He showed up and, yeah, he showed up and was like, yo, where's that Sawzall thing at? Let me see it. And just started hacking stuff on the inside. So we got rid of a lot of the carpet too, thank God. That was like 10 pounds worth of weight. And then, you know, half the dashboard. So we're ready to go. Now we just need him to, you know, test drive it. My caulk is dry. Well, we were also moved the battery. I don't know if you saw that, Noel. Because the battery tray was rusted out, as are most E36s. So we just cut it and then built a little battery tray and bought one of those universal battery tie-down kits from O'Reilly's. And we will vacuum out and, you know, minus a little bit more weight. But otherwise, she is looking good. Sketchy. She got a tramp stamp too. So we are doing our final weight after getting everything out of the car and adding, well, you know, we added about 30 pounds worth of you didn't see this yesterday. Joel and I put a speaker in there, Chris donated it, so we can get funky with it while we're drifting. So we added another 30 pounds. It's gonna be okay.
we're gonna play Jaws music while we're tandeming with people, so when you're getting close, you just hear it.
We also put the hood back on because Duarte likes to run with a hood, but we're going to be following suit with Adam and get the Arcade Tunes Boner Jams 2023, and we won't be running a hood. So currently we're going to be weighing it with the hood, which I don't think it's fair, but whatever. We cut out a bunch more weight. We're about to see.
We're about to see. Donny already has the preview. We taking bets?
2420?
24:15.
All right, I'm 2420. So that's my over. What's you, Donnie? Donnie,
I can't guess because I'm looking at it. 2470.
take the speaker out. Speaker's gotta go. Speaker's gotta go.
It's heavier than
20 what?
before we pull all the
What
dash
is it?
stuff out.
What is it? 2470.
Well, we put the hood back on.
One.
We added a speaker.
So no hood?
No hood.
Where the hood at?
2442. How many pounds?
30.
30 pounds of hood.
I believe it. It's a lot of hood. Yeah. Alright, so we have settled at 2442 for weight. We're not willing to give up our boom boom beats in the back seat. So we're gonna settle at 2443, cut everything out that we possibly can, and then added a harness bar for safety purposes. If we didn't have the harness bar, we wouldn't have the speaker, so that can amount for like another 50 pounds. That would have got us just under the $2,300 mark.
Right there.
We would have been there. And I mean, it's only 4 bolts to remove it and see, but we're not willing to.
No.
So, yeah, you could have your car under 2,300 pounds, or 2,400 pounds, if you don't have a harness bar and a speaker and you gut it like we do.
Also, mind you, this thing only has like an 1/8 of a tank to test.
Yeah. So we were not able to test the car because of weather. You know, Florida. We got rain all the time.
It's not that we're scared to drive in the rain, it's just you really can't get a good comparison because when we tested it with all the weight in it, it was dry cement. And wet cement handles completely different. It just added an extra 200 horsepower. 2370. How did you do that?
With the floor jack. How'd you do that?
2370. We're at 2,000, boys.
Perfect.
All right, so yeah, like, subscribe, comment, let us know how we did, and if you're gonna do the same thing. If you need any pointers, talk to Dr. Cuts-a-Lot, Donny Ledger. He will show you how to trim every single piece of fat off of this bone. Yeah, good job,
The
Donny.
body's on.
El Chapo.
Go.
Yeah.
Just start cutting things. It don't look like it belong. Don't belong. And if you want to start cutting wiring, just make sure to keep starting the car after to make sure you didn't cut the wrong thing.
Yeah,
Cut
that.
something, start it. Cut something, start it. It's good method for sure.
Safe.